Welcome back to Shift 6, everybody. So, I kind of hinted in the past video that we were going to revamp this Hellcat, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to, just because I wasn't sure if it was worth my time, but I thought, heck, why not? So, the story on this Hellcat, it's a 2016 Hellcat, it was a theft recovery. So the issue is that when they stole it, they spray painted the whole thing black. And we took the time, took all of the spray paint out of the door jambs, and basically got it back to where its original color is, which is almost the same as this wrap. So it is red. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull off the wrap, because what they did was apparently they sanded the entire car down instead of just using a brake cleaner of some sort or whatever to remove it, to bring it back to where it was before, which is what you do with spray paint. Rattle can is super simple to get rid of. You just have to have the time and patience to do it with either some paint thinner or whatever. Now it may damage the clear coat a little bit, but it's pretty resilient. So what we are going to do today is we're going to pull the wrap off of this car and see exactly how much of work we've got to do to revamp it back to its original color. Now, there are some damages on the fenders, etc., that are going to need to be replaced, so we probably won't go through the headache of taking those off. We'll just leave the wrap on those and then just replace the fenders themselves. But we will be doing a full removal of this wrap just to see exactly how much work it's going to take to get this thing sanded back down and repainted back to its original glory. So let's flip it around and I'll show you exactly how this thing looks up close. So we got the battery charging because it's obviously low on voltage. And if you look at it, it doesn't look terrible with this wrap, but I started pulling it back and I looked under here and I'm like, well, there's a little bit of hope here because this paint doesn't look terrible at this point and maybe not so much on the bumper. But looking along the rest of it, I'm like kind of underneath here, you can kind of see how it's satin. Basically, they sanded it down to the color, but they didn't quite go through the clear. So I don't know if we'll be able to get away with just doing a re-clear on some areas. But on here, this stuff here bubbled up. This is looking like it was sanded. I don't know what the doors look like. I haven't tried to pull them back. But I pulled this back here on the pillar and it's also sanded down, but didn't quite get through to the paint on some parts. But around here, it did. So right here on this fender, this is the fender I was talking about. We are not even going to go through the trouble of removing that, because we're just going to replace that fender. They're like 150 bucks to replace for a whole new piece of metal, so that's worth it to me. I obviously can tell the front bumper is just black because they probably replaced that piece with just another part instead of just repairing the old one on there, which I'm assuming it got ripped off because it was a theft recovery. Hood's starting to kind of peel up, so we'll be pulling that one off. You can see that wrap's kind of damaged. I do like the skunked look, so we might go do that again. This fender isn't terrible, so I think we can probably fix that. So we'll probably unwrap this one. And then coming along the side here, the door looks pretty good. I mean, there's not really any body damage anywhere else except where this wrap is. And so basically, I think I'll be taking off the roof too because somebody messed up that antenna. And we'll be taking the wrap off everything else as well. So rear bumper will be pulling off. So everything except that front fender, I think we'll be doing. But everything on the body looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it suffered any catastrophic hits or anything like that. The only wrap piece that looks like it's worth keeping is maybe the deck lid, but it does have a lot of scratches, so I might just pull that off too. So let's check the interior out of this car so you can kind of see how much carnage this thing took. So the back seat looks like it was actually pretty fine. It doesn't have any damages or rips or tears, so that's fine. Headliner came out fine, but if we pull this seat back here, good grief, these things are hard to move back. I'll have to hit this piece here. All right, now I got it back. If you look here, it looks like someone took a knife and just started slicing this fender or this seat, and then they ripped up this console, which I'll have to order a new one of those. And then if we look over here on the driver's seat, they clearly slashed it as well. Then coming around to this backrest, somebody decided to go ahead and stab knives into this and also into that headrest there. And then also into the back seat here where it says SRT, and also in this. So they decided to do some nice damage in there. But the dash is fine, no cuts or dashes or splashes there. Door panels are obviously looking healthy too. So I think all in all, this thing's got some good bones to it. Motor runs and drives perfectly healthy, so there's no issues with that. As you can see, the door jambs are actually the red, which after we took off the super thick black spray paint, so make getting it back to its original glory. So without further ado, I've got my assistant here, my daughter, Bella, and she is going to help me pull off the wrap on this car today because it's nice and sunny here in Arizona, and we are going to take this off to make this thing, get this thing back to restorable condition. The only issue is we're going to see how bad it is underneath, what the paint condition is like. So stay tuned. I thought we were revealing something here. Looks like someone did a super sweet Hellcat emblem with some awesome marker. I mean, you can't beat that type of design. I don't know if anybody can agree with me on that, but that's about as professional as it gets.
Then front to back. I love it when you do it like that. Don't give it to me. Yeah. Don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. Yeah. Don't give it to me. Just you and me. We're moving to the beat. Just you and me. We're generating heat. And if you wanna go, won't you go my way? No need to hurry now, it'll all be okay. Side to side, then front to back. I love it when you do it like that. Don't give it to me. Yeah. Don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. Yeah. Don't give it to me.
Alright, got my sombrero on, but we finally get this thing knocked out. I think it took us about almost 2 hours roughly. And as we took it all off, we saw why they wrapped it. Someone did a beautiful Sharpie marker job of a Hellcat emblem on there. I guess if you don't have the money, just buy a Sharpie over at Office Max and draw one on, I guess, you know. So obviously the entire car was sanded down. Probably was all painted at one point with something else. The entire roof has this silver paint on it. We don't even know what it is, but they painted the whole roof silver, which I thought was metal because it looked like it was, but it's not, it's just paint. So as we look around here, we've still got to take the rear view mirrors off and take the handles off because there's stuff stuck under there. But it looks like we got ourselves a heck of a bodywork job because this entire front will need to be repainted. The bumper will need to be repainted. I got to take it all off and get all the little snips out of there. But coming over here, if we look at it here, it's pretty much the same exact thing. We've got sand marks, we've got a sweet Hellcat drawing over here. Mind you, this is probably as professional as it gets, so don't get jealous, guys, just saying. And looks like we got down to the primer and possible metal on some places here, but everything to the spoiler was wrapped, so we took it all off. We'll have to take a lot of this adhesive off of it from the wrap. But now, the next step is to do a few other revamp things. We're gonna replace the seats. We gotta replace the rear shocks because I didn't put the auto adjusting shocks, which are the electronic ones, back in it because someone took them out. I don't know why, because that's stupid that these things won't work that well and they ride like crap if they don't have them. So seats, the shocks, then obviously we'll take it, get the body redone, get the keys programmed because it doesn't have a red key either. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing looking like an entirely different car, make it look a lot prettier, run well, and that'll be the next step, so stay tuned. All right, day 2. So we are in the process of disassembling this bad boy and taking it completely apart. So we're gonna be taking off the bumpers, the rearview mirrors. As you see, my trusty sidekick Griffin, he's my nephew and also my A1 helper, number 1 dude in charge when I'm not around. He's taking all that stuff apart right now so we can get those rearview mirrors off, the handles off. So we'll take off the tail lights, the spoiler, take off the front bumper, and also the 3 bezels on the hood. Basically get the bumpers all disassembled, get the remaining wrap off, because with my paint guy, if I take the car apart and then I take it to him just to sand and paint, then I reassemble it, it saves me like $1,500 just so he doesn't have to reassemble it, and it's a way faster process. So it also provides content to me to give you guys to show you putting cars back together, but also saves me a little bit of money, so it's a win-win. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it, start tearing this bad boy apart, and get it ready for paint for next week. All right, we've got our super duper sweet dilapidated Hellcat finally disassembled. As you can see, we got the front bumper off of it, took off the front fender, was damaged, the new one's coming in. So pretty much this car is almost ready for paint. Got the bumper off over here on the ground. We had to pretty much take everything off because obviously we want to paint it right. So what we're gonna do here is just basically we took all the rear mirrors off, we pulled down these skirts so you can paint down inside there well, and then the rear bumper, which I've already shown you. So next step is basically replace the shock that's coming in, and then do a few other little things, and then off to paint next week. And then once it's back from paint, we'll put it all back together, get the seats fixed, and then make sure she's up to par and good to go, and then put it up for sale for its new owner. So, all right, stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for tuning in and watching this piece of shit. Starting to look a little nicer, so hopefully it comes out a lot better. Until next time, we'll see ya.